Hey everybody, it's Heather Nichols here, and I wanted to come today and have a chat with you about money. Money is a part of life. It's something that we all have to deal with in whatever way that we do. And there's a million or more like 8 billion different choices as to how people deal with money and they handle it in their lives. But one of the things that a lot of people do that I have seen in my work with people with money over the years, and I certainly have done this myself, is really diminish our own financial realities for other people. So many of us are so caring about other people and, desire to be so kind to other people and to truly have like our lives be about, making other people's lives greater and contributing to them. But one of the things that we do is we diminish our own lives for other people so that we don't make them uncomfortable or that we don't make them, too jealous or envious, or we don't, make them somehow, judge us because we've created more than they have or whatever. And there's a couple ways that this shows up, and I mean, there's a lot of ways that it shows up, but creating debt is one of the ways. It's an energy that a lot of people use to actually keep themselves small and limited and basically kind of torture themselves, quite honestly. If we're just going to be totally frank about it. The energy of debt is actually, it goes far beyond just having debt in your life. It actually goes into the realm of like how you don't value you and how you don't honor you and all the places where you don't actually contribute to the growth and the flourishing of your own life and your own financial reality. But it can go beyond the finances, and creating an energy of debt in your own life where you're constantly sort of like lacking or catching up or not honoring you or putting other people as a priority ahead of you. And it creates an energy of debt in your life in general that can show up financially, but it can show up in a lot of other ways. And part of this is also just like how we think we have to be in the world, which is really bizarre and strange. And yet somehow we've all learned that, diminishing you is a really great way to make other people feel good about themselves. But unfortunately, well, maybe fortunately, it doesn't work, and you've probably discovered that yourself. It doesn't work to diminish you and your life in order to make other people less comfortable or even judge you less. You're always going to be judged for something. Everybody will judge you for something, or most people will. And may you all have people in your lives that don't judge you. But actually, what if that person really could be you? And what if you could get present with how you are with yourself, how you are with like contributing to you, but also how you are with the creation of your financial reality so that you could really commit to creating an ever increasing and expanding and growing and flourishing financial reality, no matter who's in your life, what their points of view are, or what you think you need to do to make them feel good, So what would it be like if you could commit to financial flourishing in a way that is unstoppable, really actually goes beyond the people in your life that you stop you for. And we all do that even if we don't realize we're doing it. It's rare to find somebody who doesn't. And what if you could go beyond that? And what if you could not stop you for other people? What if you could create the financial reality that you know is true? And the interesting thing about that is that it doesn't ever look like we think it's going to. The tools for me, like what I've seen over the years with changing my financial reality, is it's been nothing that I thought was going to change it did change it, but a whole lot of things that I thought had nothing to do with money are the things that actually have changed my financial reality and continue to all the time. And that's one of the things I love about the tools of access consciousness and the tools that I work with and play with, is that there's no limit, there's no end, there's no, glass ceiling or ceiling of any kind. You can just keep going and going and going and going and going and going. And I have used the tools of Access Consciousness and Joy of Business to create so much financial change in my life, and I continue to all the time. And it's kind of never enough, but that's a fun part of actually being somebody who's a seeker, is you will always desire more. And we're so taught that that's wrong, but it's actually not wrong. It's part of the greatness of you. And what if you could continually ask for and choose more money, more financial freedom, more revenue streams, more cash flow, less debt, more wealth, and having, no matter what you have or don't have right now, you can always have more. So I am doing a couple classes coming up. One is a 2-part Zoom series on being a financial healer, and I'm really looking forward to that. And another one is getting out of debt joyfully, which is actually a master class from the Joy of Business that has a manual and all kinds of, it's based on the book by Simone Milasas, Getting Out of Debt Joyfully. And that's going to be over 5 days, 3 hours a day on Zoom all over the world. And you are invited to come and play if you would like to create a different financial reality for you and get out of the energy of being in debt to you, whatever that looks like, because you may not even have debt. But if you have that energy in your life, it's really fruitful to take a look at it and to change it, whether you have financial debt or not. So you're invited to come and play. You can find all of the links and such and the class information on my website, heathernichols.com. And I look forward to seeing you.